A very good afternoon to all present here. So, respecting the others, let's start off now. So, today we will be going through block printing and screen printing. A very beautiful vocation, I will say, and a very creative. And it goes that particularly the block printing goes like a hot cake, also, I will say, because it's very good for eye hand coordination for children. So, these are some of the wooden blocks. We can create these designs here also. In Gala, you have the uh, I mean, big factories over there. They are ready to make the blocks for us. So these are, I hope you all can see, these are very small size blocks, and you have bigger blocks also like this. So these are some big blocks. So I have ordered and I got it from India only. When we are selecting blocks, I hope you will be able to see. These are two types of blocks. So you can see this yellow color is the depth inside the space is very less. The depth is very less. And if you can see here, the depth is really more. I hope you can see. Yes, you can see in this, the depth is really more. So what happens is when the depth is more, the design comes out beautifully, it doesn't smudge. So when we are selecting blocks, we have to see that. That's very important. Otherwise, the block doesn't work and it goes waste. So kindly allow me to share the screen and we'll go with the presentation. So So you can see in this picture, the sari which I'm wearing is block printed sari. It's a complete full block printed sari, full print it is. So point to point it is printed. These are printed by my students only, and this is one of my favorite, I should say. And this is a jacket, which in fact we do the printing and we give it as a gift. We use it as a gift. So this is a jacket where we have used gold color prints. Okay, now the concept that need to be taught is identifying the colors, locating the dots, tapping the dots, wet and dry, washing. So these are the concepts that we need to teach, particularly for the task analysis. This goes for both block printing and screen printing also. So locating the dot. So the child must be able to see the dot and they have to dab the block exactly on the dot. So, and when it comes to screen printing, they have to place the cloth exactly on the screen. So identifying the dot is very important in this particular activity. So the raw material used are blenders, fixer, colors. For gold, you have like metallic colors, you have gold, silver, and copper. For that, you have a separate binder. Then fixer is same for both blocks. Preferred cloth is cotton and silk cotton. We don't go for polyester type of materials because it doesn't print properly. It doesn't come out properly. So we don't use the polyesters, those synthetic cloth we don't use. Cotton and silk cotton goes very well. Then you need a small netted cloth. I will be telling why we need it. Plates and spoons, cups, all those things you need. So I hope you all can see. This is the blender. Blender, it looks just like a white glue. Blender looks just like a white glue, but it doesn't stick. What it mainly does is it gives a uniform texture to the color. So for the color, it gives a uniform texture. So that is why we use blender. For metallic colors like gold, all you don't get it as a liquid, you get it as a powder format. So gold, silver, copper, you get it as a powder format. So for that, this blender is little different. It will be too watery, little more watery it will be. For other colors, this blender is little thick like our white blue, typical like our white blue it is. Coming to fixer, this is fixer. Sorry, I have put it in a bottle and have kept it. In our Bisleri bottle, I have kept it. But this you get it in another jar actually. So this is our glue, I should say. This helps. This is fixer. This fixes the color into the cloth. Otherwise, if you don't use this, when you be wash, the color will come out. So this actually helps in fixing the color to the fabric. And now comes the color. So this is actually the red color. You get it as 1 liter bottle also, or you get it as 200 ml bottle also. Depending on your quantity, you can buy. But again, metallic colors comes as a powder, kg, 500 grams like that. So these colors are sometimes very thin or very thick. So depending on that, we'll have to use the blender. So I'll start the video now. If you have any doubts, please feel free to unmute yourself and please feel free to ask. So these are the raw materials I have kept. You can see these are the blocks, the bigger blocks. So these are the bigger blocks, small blocks, and you can see the colors here. This is a thick blender for these type of colors, for the liquid colors, and this is little light blender which is used for metallic powders. So you get this is blender, and in this Bisleri bottle you can see like a water it is. This is fixer, and colors are there in these yellow bottles. 1 liter bottle you get, otherwise you get it as a small bottle also you get. So that's all we need, and after that we need is a cotton cloths or silk cotton. This is silk cotton material, so we need this. So this much we need, that's all. And now this is the procedure for making. So we have to mix the color. Color is actually 1:2. So color is 1 teaspoon. Blender will be 2 teaspoons. That again depends on the thickness of the color. If the color is too thick or too dark, we will use even small, just 1/4 teaspoon also. For example, blue color is very dark. When we get for block printing, blue color is very dark. We just put few drops, that's all. Into 2 teaspoons of blender, we put only 2 drops of blue color, because it's very dark. Whereas green, when you see, it is very light. It comes out very light. You put even 2 teaspoon also, it is not dark. It comes out as a light green only. So depending on the color, we choose how much we have to put. But for 2 teaspoon of blender, 14 drop of fixer is very standard. So 14 drops means approximately 1/4 teaspoon of fixer. What will happen if you put little more fixer? No problem. But normally don't put less of fixer, because you need that quantity of fixer for the color to fix into the cloth. So I'll show the video now. So you can see this is a silk cotton dupatta cloth where we have already printed. We did a block printing in this. So you can choose either cotton cloths or you can choose even silk cotton. So you can see that's a sari. Now I'll be showing you some printing on a handkerchief, cotton handkerchief, and we will be doing even a silk cotton dupatta also. So both we'll be showing it in the video. So you can see those wooden blocks, they are little heavy also. You get even bigger blocks than this, even bigger blocks you get. And these are tiny blocks. So as I had previously told, when we are selecting the blocks, it is very much necessary that you see the depth of the design. If the depth is not good, then the design will not come out well. It will start smudging. So you have to see that the depth is really good for the design to come. So you can see that is smudged. The right side you can see it is smudged. It doesn't come out well. And after every 7 to 10 prints, we'll have to wash the blocks with a old toothbrush. You can wash, you have to clean the sides. So colors, it depends whether it is whether it is light or dark, it really depends. I have almost all colors and I've seen blue only. Blue is very, very dark and green is very, very light. So if I want dark green, I use little black also. One drop of black I put to get a darker shade of green. So, and how long does it, you can preserve these colors? For more than 5-6 years, more than 7 years, I've been preserving these colors now. Nothing has happened. It is still there. Just keep it in airtight container. That's all. So you can see this is what I said, blender. Blender is typically like our white glue. It's very solid. I will be showing green color also, which is very light. Red is also quite thick. This is thinner. So please, this is not water, this is thinner. Sorry, not thinner, fixer. I'm very sorry.
Yeah.
Please,
yeah, fixer. Okay.
I'm so sorry. Thinner comes in screen printing, not here. I'm so sorry. So this is fixer. So fixer I've taken, blender I've taken my red color. This is gold powder, we'll do it later. So you can see this is gold powders blender, which is more watery than the other one. This blender is very thick and gold powders blender is very little bit watery. This blender is just to give a uniform texture, that's all. It has nothing. And this is what is a netted cloth. I said it's not netted cloth, but it will have lot of holes. So when you are buying a cloth like this, please ensure that you have lot of holes inside this. I hope you can see. Like this type of cloth is required because it has to, the extra paint has to come down. When we are taking the paint, the excess paint will go down. You will see now the purpose of the cloth, you will see now. So the first is you will have to mark your design. You will have to draw your design or however you want. You will have to just mark your dots. So I'm just making a very, very simple design. So I've just made a very, very simple design. This is, initially I would rather suggest you can start making greeting cards. That is how we start. First we start making greeting cards, then we come to the cloth. So you can see I'm placing this net cloth on the plate. Now you can see that green, it is more watery than the red. It's really watery. You put 2 spoons also, the color doesn't come. That is the reason why we use the blender. So now I'm taking 2 teaspoons of blender. Quarter teaspoon or 14 drops of fixer. Just quarter teaspoon or 14 drops. If it is more, it is fine, but not less. And now when it comes to color, depends on the strength of the color. Here, if you, I think red means I will take only quarter teaspoon, very little only I will take. Blue means it will be just in drops, that's all, because blue is very dark. Green, more than 2 spoons. So what we have to ideally do is, for the children not to get confused, we have to, for each color, we have to fix the quantity. For example, in our school, we did printing of around 140 saris printing we did. So it was red print on white sari. So we fixed it. This is how the quantity is, we fixed it. So now we have added blender, color, fixer into this. Now I'm spreading it on the cloth. The cloth is kept on the plate. So what will happen is the excess paint, since that cloth has a lot of holes, the excess paint goes down to the plate. So now I'm taking my block. So it is 2 times of dabbing and just 1 press, that's all. Keep on the dot and press it. That's all. And now again I have to dab. So every time I need the color, it is not that one time I take the color and do 3-4 prints. It's not like that. Every time I have to go back, take the color. So the design depends on you, that it this helps in the directionality also for children to learn directionality also. It's a beautiful activity. So 1 press and take, 2 times dab and then 1 press and take it. This takes approximately half an hour to dry completely. Maximum, even one big sari also, half an hour it takes, that's all. After 1 day, you need to, we need to iron the cloth and then normal wash also. After 1 round of iron pressing, then we can go even for machine wash also, nothing happens.
Excuse me, Gayatri, the cloth has to be ironed on the reverse side or on the print side?
Iron, either way, no problem.
Oh, okay.
You can iron it the other side also, this side also, nothing happens. Once it gets fixed, it doesn't come out. And thank you for asking that question. You have to remove the starch. Better to remove, if the starch is too much, better to remove the starch. 1 wash and remove the starch. If the starch is just too much, like a paper. But A normal cotton sari with the minimum starch, it is fine. Please don't wash. I hope I could make it clear. If the starch is really too much like a paper, it is, one round of washing would be good. But if a normal cotton cloth with a little amount of starch, please don't wash it before. Go with that totally, nothing happens. You can see the green color, it's so light. If you want dark, you can add little bit of black also. If you want real dark green. So basically the net cloth will be, you will have to cut it according to the size of the mold. This is such a beautiful activity. Particularly in my school, I've seen children's concentration has improved with this activity. When they were doing this block printing, their concentration focus, it really improved. And when they did that 140 sari printing for one of our Silver Jubilee function, towards the end, they could complete one sari in 1 minute. One sari printing, just 1 minute they finished. That was a speed they picked up actually. So you can see still the green color is light only.
You know the timing? What time?
12:30.
Mariam Muhammad Kalfa, no?
Yes.
Jijo, 12:30.
So it's always like two times of dabbing and one press. So this is the way we need to teach our children. In case you need half red and half green, I have not done in this video. In case you need half red and half green, two colors you are using. So when we are spreading the color, half red you have to spread, half green you have to spread. And the mold has to be kept in the middle so that in that mold only half red and half green will come. So that is how we do for double colors. Actually, and one more important thing, we need to keep a cloth below. I have put a sari down. So we need to put a cloth below because the extra paint from the cloth will be taken by this, the cloth which is down. You can put some thick bed sheets also. So now this is a linking mold. This is called a linking mold, which is used as a border for dress material, sari, whatever it is used as a border. So that, why? Because this links, it is not an independent mold. So once I finish.
We lost your voice in between.
Where did you lose? Where did I stop?
Just for a few seconds.
Okay.
Before starting this. Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks.
This is a linking mold actually. I hope you heard about the cloth being put below.
Yes, yes, all that we heard. Yes, 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 we heard all that.
Fine.
Just this linking one.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. So this is a linking mold which can be used as a border for any design. So it can, for a skirt or for sari, we want to have a border, you can use this these type of molds you get. And how we have to do is, where we are going to end, we have to start it. So this will go as a link. It will go continuously, you can see. when you are selecting the mold, please ensure one more thing, that you have place to hold also properly. So I have turned, now I'm going in this direction. Now I have turned this cloth for my convenience, but normally we don't do it. So you can see now the space is limited, but the mold is longer than the space. In that case, I'm going to keep a paper. Where I want to stop the design, I'm going to keep a paper and I follow the same procedure. So the extra design gets into the paper. So this is how I do. Since for the videos, video purpose, I have changed the, I mean, I moved the cloth. Otherwise, it is not advisable to move the cloth. So the extra design is gone. So we get a perfect finish in this. Now you can see there is a mistake in this cloth. Here one extra paint is there. So if there is a mistake, you can use some fabric colors to remove those stains. So this, like that, if there is a small mistake, then you can take a fabric color and remove it very gently. Because you cannot wash this, since we have added fixer, it has already got fixed into the cloth. So no point in washing. So this is the linking design. So I hope it is clear till here. Now we'll go to the gold color painting. So the same proportion, 2 blender and 1 to 1.5 teaspoons of gold, the metallic color. So this is 2.
Just now she was here. So this can be 1 teaspoon to 1.5 teaspoon also. But whatever it is, you can fix it up. You want it really dark, you can go for 1.5 also. It depends, and you can fix it for your design. And the same fixer is 1/4 teaspoon or 14 drops. So this blender helps in mixing the powder. So be little gentle, because the powder is really fine and it flies off very easily. So you can see it's become thick, so I need more blender now. This should be the consistency. The procedure is same. Now I'm going to use a bigger block. So I've taken a bigger net cloth. So yes, that has to be the size. So now I have to spread it so that the whole block I can use. So I have to spread it to a larger area.
So otherwise the procedure is exactly the same. So dab it 2 times, dab nicely. And then so press it nicely, that's all.
The link also. What is she showing?
Board the printing.
This is Gayatri only doing?
Yeah. I don't know. If you see here, maybe some assistance.
I told her keep the link today.
Yeah, it's there. This here.
Where? This is that. Acha.
So this is a connectivity again. This block is a connectivity. So we start from where we have finished. So this is actually a very beautiful learning.
Where is your house?
House? Opposite to my house.
Overside.
You know, wait.
So when it comes to the second line, we'll have to see the connectivity in both the directions. So for the extra, we use this paper to remove the extra design. So this is one line. So when I'm doing the second line, I have to see both the directions. When we come to know that the paint and the cloth is reduced, we have to spread again. So that depends on how much of paint we are taking. So we'll have to see now both the directions. So I'll have to see the side, I have to see the down. So this is how we finish the whole dress material. You can do this for tablecloth, you can do this for anything, and then wash, when you say, it is a very normal wash, machine wash. So I hope you understand. So this is the 2 lines. So we have done with the gold paint. The same way you get silver and the same way you get copper also. So you can see this is these are the completed prints. And this is a one big sari. Like this sari, our children have done around 140 saris. And like this full print sari also they have done. So for the raw materials, you can ask this person in India. She sends it by courier also. Okay, so Ms. Shipra, she sends the blocks, good quality of blocks you get. And any doubt till here before we proceed to screen printing? Let me know if you have any doubt.
I have a doubt.
Yes,
See, how are the students able to maintain that correct line when they're doing the continuous link, the pattern, you know, the straight line? Sometimes it might go, you know, they might slip a few inch of space and then make it slanting. You know, it might happen. How do you ensure that they follow the line and follow the pattern exactly?
That's a very good question, Vijayashree ma'am. Thank you so much for asking. Yes, as you rightly said, for dots, it is very easy. Just on the dot, they have to dab, it becomes little easy. Still, they miss out few dots also. But when it comes to this full painting, which we normally do it after 1 year of printing practice, we'll introduce this for advanced stage only, when we know they're confident with doing their work. So what happens is we will restrict initially I'm telling, we will restrict the visual area. So we won't be showing the full sari like that, full material like that. So we will restrict, we will cover the other areas so that the child will not go out of the particular marked segment. They should not move out. Yes, we even mark also with our cloth marker, no, the tailor's chalk. So we take that and we draw a line also, both the side we draw a line also, so that they keep the blocks inside. By practice, this also can be removed. They don't need this chalk marks. They will be seeing all directions when they are dabbing. By practice, it comes. It takes couple of years, of course. I have to agree. It takes 2 years.
Okay. Yeah. And their hands have to become steady also, right?
In this practice itself, it becomes steady. In this, because it takes one more thing, like 2 times of dabbing, 1 time of printing. So that itself will, it takes time. So for around 2-3 months, it takes for that practice. Before starting with cloth also, we'll ask them to do it on chart papers and make greeting cards first. So we'll go with the greeting cards first, because what happens is paper is stiff. It won't crumble when we are printing. Whereas cloth, it is little soft anyway. So first we'll give practice on chart paper. Then we will come to simple cloth like handkerchiefs, very, very simple designs. Then when it comes to a dress material or sari, again we will go to a very, very simple design. The transition will be very, very gradual. Then we will give them that big block. How we'll give them the big block is, we will be giving the small blocks. Only one design will be that big block in the middle. After that, the last is only this connecting design. Connecting design almost to the end of 2 years it takes.
Okay.
And they do beautifully.
Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. Okay.
I have a child with cerebral palsy with only one working hand. Only one working hand. Okay, only on that left hand. He does this full printing so awesome. And he loves that. He likes lifting weight. He's very strong in that one hand. So he does it so good and he loves that work. So they do it. By practice, yes, they do it.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah.
Thank you,
Thanks
ma'am.
for sharing this.
Thank you,
Yeah.
ma'am. So now we'll go to screen printing. Screen printing is little different from block printing. Uh, we do the screen printing also because if the designs are really big and little complex, we go for screen printing because we cannot hold that level of blocks. But screen printing, I don't do too much because of it is chemicals. That smell is quite strong. So I don't do much. So coming to screen, again, it's a good activity and we can finish fast also. So again, what we require is color. Here we require thinner. Instead of the blender, here we'll be going for thinner. Then we need a screen printing machine. We need a screen design also. Wooden swipe we need. Of course, plates, spoons, tissues, and we need waste fiber. Fiber cloth. Else, if you don't have, you can use tissue, fiber cloth. I'll be telling where you get all these materials in Oman. Here in this photograph, you can see this is a Toastmasters, one of the event. They'd asked us to print around, if I'm right, 400 division D it is. I don't remember. Around approximately 400 these bags they had asked us to print. So I'll share the video. So what I'm having, you can see this is the screen. So where do you get the screen? All that I will be telling you the details. So this is the screen. I get it prepared because this involves making of screen also involves little bit of chemicals. So I get it ordered. I will be sharing the details. And this is the color. You get it in a screen printing. You get all this in Honda Road. And this is what I said is wooden swipe where you swipe the color. This is thinner. We will use a lot of this thinner. Of course, plastics I take, but plastics start reacting with the color. So better to go for tin cups like that. And for this, I request you will have to wear gloves because the colors are little strong, unlike block printing colors. Uh, since it is chemical also, it is better to wear gloves. So I'm taking the color. The thinner serves the purpose of both fixer and blender. Like we were using different for in block printing, we were using both blender and fixer. This thinner in screen printing serves both the purpose. So again, based on the thickness of the color, we'll have to fix the ratio between color and the thinner. So it should be in that flowing consistency. That's all. So this is the screen printing machine, which I ordered and I made it with a carpenter here in Oman. So here you have, it's a wooden box and inside that you have 3 tube lights to give the color from down so that we will be able to identify the points properly. Actually, this machine is used for making the film also. That screen, what I'm having, but I don't make the screen here. I advise also not to make because it involves chemicals. So it's better to get it ordered and get it done, the screen part of it. So this is how we fix the screen. And then I have to seal the corners. Otherwise, when I'm painting, when I'm using the paint, it will start coming down from the bottom also. So I seal all the corners. The whole frame I have to seal. This is a very important procedure in screen printing. Any design you get it in internet, any logo, anything, you can get it, you can get a screen done within few hours. They'll do it for you. I will share the contact details. After this, I'll put it in the chat box. So they will make the screen beautiful and they'll give you. So when it comes to logo or a specific design, you can't get a block for that. So in that case, we'll have to go for screen printing only. So now I have sealed the corners of my screen and I'm fixing the screen to my that wooden box. So this is how I remove, I close. So now I'm going to print a sari. In that I have already marked where I need that the particular design. I have already marked on my sari. So you can see the pencil mark here. It is there. The pencil mark you can see. So it depends whether you want the pencil as a corner or you want to put it in the middle. You can decide that. So now I'm going to take it as a corner. So I have fixed everything now. This color, what I have mixed, I'm going to put it in one corner. You can put it in any corner, either this side or that side. Little bit, quarter teaspoon you will have to put, that's all. And then with that wooden swipe, you have to swipe it, that's all. 1 or 2 times, that's all. Keep that down on a paper, lift this, and now move your cloth. You can see the design has come. Complex designs also can be printed very easily and very fast. So color to be mixed with thinner to get that flow consistency, that's all. And mark your design, make a film and keep it ready, and then you can start printing. So after maybe every 2 swipes, you may have to put color. I will share a beautiful video of how our children worked in pair while doing the screen printing. So you can see this is a very, very simple activity. All you have to do is this instrument we'll have to make and keep it this box. It has to be there and it is there. It's just one-time investment. And then the screen, whenever you want any design, you'll have to order and get it done. It takes 2 hours. Then printing takes just few minutes. In fact, for Kimchi, one of the project, we had to print around 500 bags. Our children finished it in hardly 2 hours, maximum 2 hours, they finished all the 500 bags. So I think it's done, the video. So you can see the whole sari is now we have printed. You can make it near also. It is just for a demo purpose. I made this print. You can make it more complex designs. Make it, you can use variety of colors also. Double colors you can use, but it is little complicated in screen printing. You have to seal one part, then open the other design. It becomes little complicated. So normally I don't suggest for double colors. Or you can do one green, one red, like that you can do the print. So now the next important is cleaning of the screen. This is another important time task. This is the task actually. So first, remove the extra paints using tissue paper. You cannot use water for this cleaning purpose. The moment this paint dries, in case you don't clean it, the whole screen goes waste. You'll have to do the screen again. So screen has to be cleaned the moment you finish the work. The first is remove the extra paint, both the side. Then like water, use thinner to clean. That's all. So just like water, you will have to use the thinner. So just pour the thinner. I suggest this is the fiber, which again you get it in the hardware shop, and with that you can wipe. If you use any rough cloth, the screen will get damaged. So you will have to use fiber or tissue. Tissue is secondary again. Tissue also sometimes the screen gets spoiled. So better to use the soft fiber, which you get it in hardware. The paint shop itself you get. You can ask that we want the fiber, they'll give you. So you can remove this the sellotapes and all that. Ideally, it's better you clean this outside your house because the smell is too high. I'm doing it here because of the video purpose. So this is how you clean the frame, and then you will have to clean even the instrument because there will be little bit of paint stuck on that wooden box. So we have to clean it before it dries completely. So if you do like this, you can preserve the screen also for years. You can preserve all these screens. So now you can see that whole the screen is totally clear now. That's all. And you'll have to clean the wooden this one that wooden brush also, that wooden thing which you use for swipe also. You will have to clean this also. If it gets stuck, then you cannot use it properly. So clean this, and then you will have to clean that wooden box also. So this is done. Yes. So now a short video to show how children are working in pair for the screen printing. I'll share again with the audio. So thank you so much. So this is all about block printing and screen printing. So in case you have any doubts, please feel free to ask. I need to share with you the contact details for the screen printing. I'll do one thing. I will share the number in the group because I don't have it. I will share the number, the screen printing person's number in the group. He will do the screens for you. So we have done many screens, right from small one to big one. We have done many screens. So this is actually the small screens, small ones, and this is actually my visiting card. This is my visiting card done by my children. So actually we have two designs here. When we have two designs, we will lock the first design. We will use only which design we want. And one more thing I would like to share is when you are using a small design, you can mark the place where the cloth has to go exactly. If you had seen in the video, it was a small cloth. So I had put sellotape on both the sides. So the child has to place the bag exactly in the middle. So when he places in that position, automatically the print comes out well. So all that we need to take care before we work with our children. So any doubts, please let me know.
Actually, ma'am, you put the borders only, no, for the screen printing. If you want to put the design in the middle of the saree or something, no, so can we fold it and do this screen printing?
Yes, you can fold and you can use it. Only thing we'll have to take care is where we are going to put the cloth, how we are going to put the cloth needs to be decided. Yes, you can fold. You can fold and you can put. In fact, when I was doing the border also, I had folded the border. Yes, ma'am?
No, so it will not come to the other side also, right? So just only one first, wherever we are doing this coloring, so it will appear that side only, right?
Good you asked. Because thank you so much. It cannot be two line. It cannot be a two-layered cloth. When you had seen, I had folded the border. It didn't come to the design part of it. So we have to fold it in such a way it doesn't come to the design. You can't fold it in that way, ma'am. I hope I'm able to understand. I'm able to convey like. So is like you have the cloth, no ma'am, you have the cloth. So you want to print in the middle. So when we are folding it, you have to fold only this side. This portion should not come below your design because it will start taking the paint.
Yes, that's what I should ask.
Good you asked, ma'am. Yes, it will take the paint. Not as much as the block printing, but definitely yes, the paint seeps out. Suppose you put little extra, a little pressure extra, it comes out.
Okay.
Excuse me, madam.
Yes, ma'am.
It is only one color you can print. You cannot print three colors, saying that like flowers, you know, they are different colors for the flowers. Then you cannot print all of these flowers with different color. It will be only one color.
Actually, block printing, when you say, when this is a block printing, so I want half of color means, so on the cloth, I have to put red one side, green, whatever, two colors. Then when I'm dabbing, I have to dab in the middle so that half becomes red, half becomes green. Like that I can do with blocks. You can use 2 colors or 3 colors also. You can take 3 colors also. You can do this. It is possible. But screen printing, you will have to lock. For example, I have this design. I have this design. So I want half one color, half another color means. So I have to lock this design. And first I have to finish with this painting. Then I have to lock the other side and do this painting. So it becomes, it becomes little, not little, complex only it is. You can do it.
Yeah.
You can do, but it becomes little complex.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
But about materials, raw materials, all the time, madam, you're saying that it is in Rhoda.
Everything is available in Honda Road. In the paint shop, everything is available. The paint, the thinner, the colors. You can take the sample color because just one or 2 spoons come. You can print the whole sari itself. So that is available in the paint shop, printing material shop, which is in Honda Road. It is called printing material shop. But to make the screen or to get that box done, I will give one contact person's number. I'm not having it in my mobile. Actually, it is in my other instrument. I will send it in the group now itself. After the session, you can contact that person. He will do the screen, or if you want that instrument, he will get it done. He will do it for you. He knows it.
Yeah. Thank you, madam. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. But other printing materials, thinner and that fiber cloth, that wooden thing, all that it is available in the printing material shop. It is there in Ruby also. It is there in Honda Road also.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Inshallah, I'll have to go and visit those shops and see it.
Once if you go, it will be really nice. But if you have any challenges, please let me know, ma'am. We'll guide you there.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much, madam. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. So any further doubts? Next session will be on technical side, like how you select a vocation, what is the assessment, how a vocational institute should be. So that is, and social media marketing. So it will be a 2.5 hour session on Wednesday. Both myself and one of my friend, we will be there. We will be taking. She will be taking on social media marketing. So it will be 2.5 hour session. So those interested, please do join. It will be really nice. Social media marketing will be so nice because she takes through every aspect of social media marketing. So because that is more important at this stage now.
Yeah.
So this video will be uploaded in the YouTube also. You can watch later also. And anything, please feel free to contact me.
Yeah, inshallah. Thank you, madam. We wanted your location, madam. Your location, madam.
I will send it, ma'am. I will send it in the group. You are most welcome to my house and you can come and see the materials also. And I'm 24/7. I'm at home only. I don't go out at all. So you are most welcome anytime to come and see the materials. And I will show you my storehouse. It's like a big storeroom. You are most welcome. And I'll be very happy to have you all.
Oh, thank you very much, madam. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. So I think with this.
Thanks a lot. A wonderful session. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
And looking forward to the next technical, seminar, the workshop that you're planning to do on social marketing. And yes, sure. Okay.
Thank you,
let us know the time. And yes.
Same time we will have, ma'am, 12 to 2. Or I will check with Lakshmi madam also, Dr. Lakshmi also. I'll check with her. I will confirm by today evening. Okay. So with this,
sure.
Thank you, ma'am. So with this, we come to an end of the vocational session. So thank you all so much. So see you all on Wednesday. Thank you.
Thank you, Gayatri. Thank you very much.
Bye.
Lovely session. Bye.
Thank you, Gayatri ma'am.
Bye, sir. Bye. Bye, ma'am. Bye.